So I'm a horror movie fanatic, and I absolutely love horror movies. So when Longlegs came out, and reviews started coming out saying, best movie of the decade, great acting, super scary, I decided I might as well watch it. So I went to the movies, I was like, okay, this is an interesting movie. The first half of an hour I was bored and I thought it was going to get more interesting, but over the course of the movie it got more and more boring and nowhere near scary. There are like 2 jump scares and they're not even that good. They're not out of the ordinary, they're not like peculiar in any way. It's kind of just a boring movie. So Longlegs is a movie about this FBI agent. The story isn't really clear to me. I couldn't find the story in it, like an FBI agent connected to the Longlegs and things like that. The plot was terrible. I have to be honest, the story was bad. The cinematography was alright, I will say. The camera angles and everything they used for this movie was good. I wouldn't say top-notch level, but yet again, there are movies that are way worse that have had better camera angles and stuff. But this movie just really came out as boring and very, very boring and bad. I nearly fell asleep a couple times in the movies because I just couldn't be bothered to watch it. But my friend was like, hey, we came here to watch a horror movie, let's just watch the whole thing. And I was like, okay, cool. I had to pee like 3 times in the movie because I was drinking so much, trying to get a bit of sludge out of my drink more. And that was more interesting than watching the movie itself. So, yeah, Longlegs is not a very good horror movie. I would say it's the worst horror movie of the decade. The Beetlejuice I've also seen, which I'll be doing a review on that. That's scarier to an extent, and that movie's not meant to be that scary. But the funny thing is, I hate the fact that people are now casting Nicolas Cage as a horror movie actor. He is not really a horror movie actor at all. He's kind of in the age where he should retire, though he probably might have a good couple more movies coming out. Obviously, there's probably a movie with him in it that's not horror that's coming out that might be good. I don't know. Might be good, might be bad. But for the most part, the movie wasn't that good. Nicolas Cage's acting was terrible. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, so another thing that I should say is that when Longlegs comes out on Netflix or wherever it comes out on, this is what you're gonna be like.
Oh. Wasn't that scary.
Like, all the actors and stuff said this movie was a horror. I don't classify this as a horror, I classify this as a suspense thriller movie, if you will. And even then, the suspense isn't really that high, there's not much thrill to it, it's kind of just a movie. There's nothing to it, it's just a thing that you can watch. Honestly, if you have like a bunch of like 5-year-olds that are having a party and they're really into horror, sure, let them watch it, they'll scream their ear out, but this movie was so bad, I'm actually not gonna lie, I think I could make a better horror movie. Probably. But yeah, it's weird seeing a movie that's meant to be horror, but it's not actually scary whatsoever. Like, you look at a movie like The Shining, original, actually good horror, or even Five Nights at Freddy's was like more scary than this movie. This is just my personal opinion. Obviously, if you guys have any more opinions, then it's yours. This is just mine. Some people out there might have found this movie really interesting and really scary, while some others might have found this way more boring than me and might have actually fallen asleep. But for the most part, this movie is kind of just a really boring movie. And in Dwayne Johnson's word, it's the biggest piece of dog shit that there ever is. Now, obviously, there are many other movies that have been worse than this, but this one is by far the worst of this year. Apart from Inside Out 2, which I'm also going to make a movie review thingy on, though I already did that for a video. Anyway, this is my video. This is just my opinion on this movie. It's terrible. No one has Longlegs in it. The character just calls itself that. And it's a really goofy movie, so if you really just want to watch a really terrible horror movie, then I guess this is your thing. But for now, goodbye, and leave a like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.